Good evening. Right now I am eating century tuna with a little bit of onion and a little bit of garlic. And I just thought of, and this thought just came across my head. Man's greatest need is not glory. Man's greatest need is not food. It's not acceptance. It's not women. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not what you might think it is. Man's greatest need is the need to be important. So, how do you become important? To become important, you must be able to contribute what you have and know that what you have contributed made people's lives better, or what you have contributed made the world a less shittier place. And this is what a lot of parents forget about. They complain that their child or their kids are on the phone. They complain that their kids won't do something else besides play games in their gadgets, but they're forgetting one very important thing, which is giving them purpose, which is giving them something to do, which is giving them something to look out for every single day, the moment that they wake up. A child won't just be born and have a purpose in mind. A kid won't just have an inclination about something. Most of the time kids get their inspirations or get what they want to do from their parents. They look up to their parents, they look up to the people that are in authority or their guardian, and oftentimes what their guardians are doing, what their parents are doing, are most likely what the kids or children will aspire to do. But most of us, for middle class people, working class, most of us have nothing else besides work, right? Most of the parents have nothing else besides going to the office, going to their jobs, and submit to a boss or a company, and then they forget about their kids. They leave their kids alone in the house, waiting for something to do, waiting for something to be given to do. That's the reason why these kids are so into games, because in games they are given tasks, small tasks that they need to accomplish every single day, that they look up to, and then after they have finished the task they are rewarded. It's just behavioral conditioning, behavioral programming. They do good, they are rewarded. And for most of us, for my experience at least, I was just left alone at home with nothing to do. I was not allowed to do anything. Every time I tried to do something, they would just take away that thing from my hands and push me to the corner, and I was not allowed anything to do. And of all the things I know now is the result of me hiding things from them. I think this is why I'm very good at, lying, very good at hiding things, because they don't like seeing me have fun. They don't like seeing me smiling. They don't like seeing me enthusiastic about the things that I do. And most of the time, the things that they give to us to fill that gap of lack of, being an adult to a kid is material things, toys, fast food trips outside Jollibee, McDo. Those generosities, those times where we go out, where they buy me things, most of the time, those things have strings attached to them. You know, once you accept those things, it will be the bridge for them to lash out on you from all of their stress from work. If you accept those things that they give to you for a replace on the lack of being adult that they give to you, they will beat you up. That's the good things most of the time in my experience. They have strings attached, and that's a very bad thing, kind of evil thing to do, because you know a kid thinks that he's done good because he's rewarded, but that reward has an agenda behind it, you know and that's just sad, because that, at least in my experience, made me avoid things that are fun or enthusiastic or exciting, because I have associated it with my past being, if I accept that, it will not be a good time, because it will mean that they can lash out their stress on me from work, lock me up in the house, avoid any interaction with my peers, and beat me up, slap me with the belt, yell at me, come home drunk, all those kinds of stuff. So yeah, as I grew older, I learned to remove that enthusiasm out of me, or at least mask it, because it's not only in my household, in my parents. I have seen it on other places too. I in school, in outside. Most generosity, most hospitality have strings attached to them, and you can never trust those gifts, because most of the time that is a way for them to get to the door and take something from you back, because nothing is free. Nothing will ever be free. And that's what I learned over the past 6 years. And most of my memories from when I was a child was forgotten, and I tried to dig them up, but it's kind of cloudy, it's kind of hazy, and I think I just uh, chose to forget it, because that's what's good. But anyways, I have now, I think it might just be my thoughts, it might just be me, but I think most people not all envy, much less hate me because I do my own thing. Because no one would give me anything. No one would take me under their wing. I didn't know why. I was the fattest kid in our neighborhood before. I was always bullied. I always got outside with a smile on my face, and when I came back, I got I I got either bruised or I got home either crying, and that's just the way that's just the cards that I was dealt with growing up. So now that I have little control over my body, now that I have learned some lessons thanks to my suffering, I will never forget them. I will apply them to my life to the fullest and make sure that those those very unfair moments never happen again. And I'd rather be the predator than the prey. I'd rather be the one at the top than at the bottom because I know what it's like to be at the bottom, and it is not a good experience. I would choose to be at the top every single time. But you will never learn those lessons if you're always at the top. You only learn those lessons at the bottom. You only learn those lessons once you're the one being beaten, the one being exiled, the one being, bullied by every other kid. That's just my experience. That's just how I learned things. So, yeah, it's been 12 minutes. I hope in the future I could make these videos in a more professional manner. I think content creator would be good for me because that's where the money at right now. Although it will change over time, but you know, it's better late than never. There have been people that went into this very early, just like Hamza, Casey Zander, Iman, Godzi, Arash, a lot of them, and I think they also thought that they were late, but nonetheless they started their pursuit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I might upload this on YouTube, and let's see what happens. So that is all. Right now, I have my priorities in check. School is coming back. My nutrition is going to be dialed in. I'm gonna focus on one thing at a time because that's how I got results in the past. Focusing on one thing at a time. So, yeah, I think this is enough. It's been 13 minutes and 48 seconds. So, yeah.